through the shutters for what we're trying to create here with the new YouTube side of things is Graham and his 67 Mustang. We've known you for probably nearly 3 years now, probably, yeah. So obviously we've only known you for coming in with the Mustang. Any other sort of American muscle cars or custom cars in the past?
Just the one really. So about 25 years ago I bought a 1973 Mach 1 Mustang off my mate.
Oh, okay.
And
what colour was that?
That was a red one.
I was going to say, are they all red? I've only ever seen red ones, but...
There's some red, blue, black.
I want to say I might see
Not
black
too
ones.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to get rid of it in the end because it was rotting away and I just had nowhere to keep it.
What year was the Mach 1?
Like 73.
73.
5.7 litre.
So what got you into, in fact, why Mustang then? Why did you buy that?
Watching Bullet with my dad when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With the red Mach 1 in it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I like those. So I bought one one day.
Mm.
And then of course I ended up buying the red one. And now this.
Yeah, I don't know what he's, as Mustangs go, the late 60s ones I think they're just, personally I think they're better shape.
67, 68.
Yeah, I've seen a couple when I used to have another job blasting and I come across a couple of 68-ish and they were stunning. I mean, one was a race car, but they were pretty cool. So how long have you had this one and what condition was it in? Did you buy it like this? Was it a project?
Project, I've had it about 3 years now. It was brought over by a friend of mine who owns Horsepower Customs up in Cheshire. Brought it over from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Basically a
So
shell
nice
on wheels with an
was
engine.
it dry shell in Oklahoma? Was it solid?
Yeah, just there was a tiny little bit of rust which we had to do, which was the front floor pads, but that was it.
Yeah, we've had a few from Oklahoma and Texas and the general one, depending on where, but Oklahoma's are usually quite good, don't they? So.
Full of wasp nests.
Yeah, giant hornets.
Mice, giant orange hornets.
Yeah.
Mice skeletons, lizard skeletons, and there's still a nest in the heater box which I haven't got around to doing yet.
We've seen a few of them with the vehicles.
Yeah.
It's on the dashboard and then they've got steel toe caps and tattoos on their helmets. Yeah.
I should have kept them, but you know.
Yeah, we had snake skin in one of the vans as well.
Yeah.
We've seen the snake skins, don't tell Laura. She wouldn't have allowed the van in the actual hobby, but she didn't know. But,
the wasp nests were everywhere.
yeah.
Absolutely everywhere, just made out of clay.
Yeah, in fact, the truck in the back, we still, like the fuse boxes and stuff, we thought we cleared it, and yet you're still finding like, them stuck to everything, especially underneath.
Yeah.
They're like clay pits, aren't they? Just seems to be stuck on your car.
I think I've got them all now, but who knows?
So how long did you, so you had it restored to that?
So I got it delivered painted, delivered down to Andy's.
Whole new family.
B&R
Rrestorations. Yeah.
So it was in his workshop, and I started doing some work on it and I put it back together because a lot of parts came with it,
Yeah.
but obviously not as many as was meant to.
Yeah.
So I've had to order a lot of stuff. Yeah, between Andy's done a lot of work for me. Put all the interior in, got the engine running properly, well, as best as we could with a knackered carburetor.
Yeah.
And once I brought it back to my house, I've just been doing bits and pieces and changing the carbs and
I noticed the
Just get it
headlights,
running better.
you've gone with LEDs in them,
yeah.
better than the candles.
Oh, they shone about that far.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
We had similar, I think we had similar lights on the Trekker once before we put the wings on it. They were quite bright, but they don't look too different there, do they?
They're almost yellow, the old ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't light up anything. Terrible.
But they don't look out of place sometimes, because we've done it again on the truck, we put LEDs and I was like, is it going to look right?
They're for Suzuki Jeep.
Yeah, Cherokee Jeeps as well.
Yeah.
Same, yeah, they have them for that, don't they? Yeah. What are we looking at with the engine on that?
It's a 289 cubic inch, which is 4.7 litre.
Is that standard for the Mustangs, or is that, I don't know the Mustang engines.
Beforehand you would have had a straight
Edelbrock?
6, and after late 68 it was a 302, then it went up to sort of 351
Yeah.
and 429s and all the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But 289 was like one of the best engines. It's had, in America before it came over, they changed the camshaft in it to something. I don't know
As
what
they
it
do,
is.
yeah.
Goes well though, sounds good.
You said Andy had it, didn't he, Dan? Andy's done the engine on that. We had him in for the engine on the truck. He knows his way around an engine.
Yeah, yeah, highly recommended.
Yeah. We got him in. He went for ours. To be fair, it wasn't too bad in the end, but yeah, he seems to have a niche for doing engines if he's following on social media.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, there's not many people I've won working on it, to be fair.
Oh, cool. Moving on, I suppose the wheels. Did they come with the carb? You changed them?
No,
they're not originals.
they were just they were delivered on what they call style wheels, which are pretty awful. So I've got those American racing torque thrust wheels, BF Goodrich tyres. I think they're 225 and 215s, I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I was saying earlier, especially when we do shops and stuff, but generally most of the cars we get around are usually skinny on the front but wide on the back. It seems there's not many that stay standard all the way around, to be fair.
No, my Mac 1 had 235s and 215s on it. It just needs lifting as well.
Is it riding at the same? Is it standard height ride, or has that been adjusted?
No, I changed the front suspension and springs because it looked like it didn't have an engine in it. They were terrible. They were so old. They were original shocks and springs, so they were gone. So I changed those last year. Its front discs were put on it before it was delivered. No servo, so it's interesting braking distance. Took a bit of getting used to.
Yeah, it's a big old heavy castle, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you get carried away with the accelerator.
Yes,
which is a VA in itself.
It's easy enough. Yeah. Interior, original seats still.
The seats are original. Well, the frames.
Yeah.
But I had them recovered again before it was delivered, using Chris's guys. Then I had to order like all the rest of it, like the carpet and the headlining, which still needs doing. Put together all the doors, all the door locks.
Did you have to find a lot of things? Was it, as you got it as a project, there was a lot missing?
There was nothing in the doors at all.
Oh, so you had to source all that as well?
Yeah, I ordered it from over in the States before the ridiculous charges went up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put it all together, and again Andy put the glass in the doors, put the carpet in, fitted the seats, and then I've just been doing the rest really.
Yeah, well they don't stop them, you tend to keep tinkering, don't you?
I wanted to get original parts rather than newer parts because they never fit properly.
Yeah.
So the door cards I got off a friend, which are original 1967 custom interior door cards. The dash pad is off a 1968 fastback, and the glove box is from a 1968 fastback as well.
Oh, okay, so pretty
So
close.
it's all original.
Yeah.
But it fits.
Yeah. I noticed the dash, obviously when you're coming in, I don't think we got it on the video before, we will now, but I noticed that looked quite cool, all lit up in blue.
Yeah, they put a Dakota dash, digital dash in America before it's delivered. I might have probably kept the original class because I do like it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Well,
it looks cool.
Yeah, it's not like you chose that such, is it?
No.
But it does look quite cool coming in. Like I said, I suppose it's a little bit more modern on a classic. But
And it's accurate.
Yeah, I don't think any of my cars are accurate on anything. Fuel, speed.
But saying that, I've only just in the last 6 months got the fuel gauge wired up, so that's been interesting.
Does it work right?
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's really good.
I say normally, we had a car from the other day, it's like, if it's on a quarter, I know it's actually on half or something. It's like, so long as you know the little niche to your vehicles, you're not too bad. But on the van we've got, you have to keep dipping a stick in it to work it out.
When it's your own,
you
get to work all these things out.
Yeah, the joys of classic cars, I suppose.
Never.
I say, looking at, we've just been talking off camera, might as well mention that. We were just talking about the back of the car, and personally for me, the look of the back of the car is maybe my favourite part.
Yeah.
Like I said, even just backing in, those lights, the way they all strip down, don't they? And again, it's quite iconic, I suppose, and like the front is really.
And it was only the 67 and 68 that had that.
Okay.
Different to the 65, 66.
What, they didn't have the strips?
And again, different, well, they kind of, but they were different shape.
Oh, okay, yeah, they tend to
It's
change
only
it.
these ones that are concave.
Yeah.
And then they changed it again, 69, and so on.
Oh yeah, there's few cars on that 1 year early. So even I think again, one of my vehicles has got a 1 year early thing, which is a pain when you're trying to get something because the grill I've got on that I don't like. So typically it's 1 year only. But I'm just looking at a car trying to think what was the mirrors, steering wheel, all that sort of thing. Was that all originally with the car? Or
Well,
not?
to buy the, all the silverware, apart from the bumpers,
Yeah.
door mirrors, door handles and door locks, came with the car.
Is that the original grill? Is that at the front? The grill comes on the
The
67.
grill is, but I've got like I bought like a mesh to put on the front of it to hide the some of the
Yeah.
aluminium radiator
Oh, okay.
because it showed through too much.
So did it have a grill? I take it had a grill there anyway, but it just showed too much.
Yeah, and originally there would have been like a big chrome type horse and
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's in
Thing
the
on the
middle of
front.
it, doesn't it? Well, it's a project. They're never ending. They don't kind of finish either. So have you got any plans next?
Yeah, I want to at some point change the exhaust a little bit bigger, a little bit louder. Maybe change the heads.
Is it the original exhaust? Yeah, because
Yeah.
they say they normally come down like that, don't they? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's only a small one. I was quite surprised. Maybe change the heads. That's about it really.
Yeah.
For now anyway.
Yeah.
Until I decide to do something else.
Until something else pops up there. Is it a keeper car?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sometimes they are, I know.
I know, it's like with the Mac 1, I probably would have kept that, but I had nowhere to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's
again,
store
storing's always a big problem for people.
And it was so
Everybody-
big that it didn't fit in the garage,
Yeah.
so it was just rotting away, unfortunately.
Anyone? I mean, obviously we mentioned Andy. Is it RB or BR? BR Rrestorations, isn't it? Yeah, we should know this, shouldn't we? Is there anyone else that is kind of, I suppose, shout out and thanks really to helping along the way with the car and the build?
Yeah, a lot of thanks is for Chris, who I bought it off, because he's helped no end. We become pretty good mates as well.
Was that for? Is that a business he runs?
Yeah, so
Is he importing them?
he's up in
You say Cheshire.
North Wales, sort of Cheshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got about 5 or 6 on the go at the moment, and a 280ZX Datsun and a VW camper.
There's quite a few of them.
And a Mark
I used to see a few of them.
It's from South Africa.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Especially the 280s, 240s, and 260s in America.
Yeah.
You see some of them just like that. I was tempted to bring one of them over myself. Not my thing, but they're kind of still cool looking as well as they are. And I know they're quite sought after over here.
Yeah, so he runs Horsepower Customs, and he's one of the most sort of honest car sellers that you could meet.
Yeah, they're few and far between.
There's not many of them around. There's another friend, Andy Skelly, who lives up north. He sourced me a lot of parts as well, which has saved me a lot of hassle.
Yeah.
He's got a 1968 Coupe as well, so.
So we get a few. I suppose they've got to be 60s coming in now and then here, don't we?
Yeah.
There's a couple
I
of
do
local
try and
ones.
find them all.
Yeah. There's one. There was a. I remember meeting a young. I say young.
The
Probably
green one.
Was it green? Because he came in like a Fiesta once. He said, "Oh, we don't want a Mustang." And then I saw him not 2 months later and he drove in one. I was like, "Oh, you clearly got one then." But I've not seen him since. I think that
If it's the same guy, I think Oscar, he's trying to sell it
isn't it?
because they've got a baby.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's like a sandy coloured, beige coloured one. Usually
Yeah.
the guy gets out of.
There's another guy I've recently met. They've been here a couple of times. I've got a white one. It's 1965, I think.
Yeah.
He's got a straight 6 in his.
And there used to be a Mac 1 red with the yellow one, didn't there, that came in? I don't know if you ever saw that one. But the guy wasn't local, he was like, I'm strangely, I remember coming back from Southampton way, and Law was like, "Oh, look at this." And as we drove past, it was this guy. And then about 3 weeks later, I think he saw we was in the family car with a big logo on the back, and he must have thought, because he saw us videoing it,
Yeah.
he must have looked us up on social media, and he turned up here about 2 months later. But I think he sold it.
There's a guy I know who's got a red 69 that one, which which he restored from the ground up.
Yeah, this guy, I want to say he was out inside Ringwood Way, because it wasn't close. But
There's not too, the trouble is, like, people buy them and just leave them locked away.
yeah.
I bought it to enjoy it,
Yeah,
drive it.
yeah.
Because I don't, what's the point?
Well, again, we've seen that the last couple of months here
Yeah.
in winter, and like you can tell the ones that get knocked away,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get the ones that come out. I mean, I kind of get some of them, but for me, if I'm spending all that money on a car, I want to use it.
Exactly.
I mean, and not so much trailing it around. I mean, we have to with a drag car because you can only do 90 miles on a tank. But the other one, you know, we went to Goodwood I think it was like 2 years ago, and some of the younger lads that come in here and that we drove back there with no roof, and they were like, oh, I didn't realise that car moved. They thought it was like a project or just something we sat there. I was like, no, I've been to Belgium, London, Bristol, we go everywhere in it, but they thought it was just a project we had sat around here, like. But yeah, you've got to use them, I think, especially when you put all that money into them. But then I get, if you're going to that extreme, you kind of want to keep the condition, but I suppose each car's got its own story, I
I
suppose.
mean, with the paint on this, it's got 4 coats of clear coat on it. So when it gets dirty, it just wipes off.
Yeah.
And it's
It's got a bit of give
shiny
in it,
again.
yeah. Like I said, if it gets to a point, some point, it just needs a good mopping, doesn't it? So
Oh, God.
to bring it back up again, yeah.
Yeah.
So, main question, what's your favourite part of the car?
Obviously driving it.
Yeah, I kind of suppose, well actually for me, going back on old cars and obviously mine, you can be, for me, driving mine is, you can be any sort of headspace, like especially in dark places or just a moody time, or just like not feeling happy. But if you're going out in the car, for me, when I go out in the car, it changes everything. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it doesn't matter what
As soon
mindset
as
you're in.
you fire it up, you just...
Yeah. You know,
That's it.
whatever mindset
Big dream.
I mean, if I go out in that, you can't help but smile and enjoy it. And I think that's where, I mean, I suppose modern cars do, but I think classic cars have got to do that more than modern cars, personally, I think.
Totally.
But yeah, no, completely
Totally
get that.
agree.